Hello friends, so in this part one of installing Oracle database on Windows, okay, I am going to explain you about the process of installation of database in standalone mode in your Windows server. Okay, that is specifically for some development and testing purpose. And hold on, so not about only installing the database, it's about the architecture of database as well in terms of CDB and PDB. Okay, so this is not, the scope would not be very vast in my discussion for initial few videos, because this is specifically I have designed for the engineers who do not have much experience in the database. But yes, they, because they do work on the support environment and they deal with the day-to-day activities. Okay, and that it is expected in now in professional environment that you should have a knowledge of database as well, so that you can do some initial troubleshootings before you get engaged your SMEs. Okay, so for that as well, you need certain kind of a experience in database as well, where you should have certain kind of a key knowledge of, or at least of some basic concepts. Okay, and for that as well, you may need to install your database in your personal laptops, Windows, okay, for your own research and development purpose. Okay, and this could be for the development of application as well, because as of today, if you are working in fusion middleware technologies, okay, if you are going to work in fusion middleware technologies, then the database is the prerequisite for all the fusion middleware technologies, because most of the time for all the products install their metadata in the database. That means application specific data get stored, get stored in your database. Okay, and for that purpose as well, you need to have a better understanding of your database. And now in database, there is a CDB and PDB, this components are introduced. Okay, that is called a multi-tenant architecture. So you should have some clarity on what exactly is CDB and what exactly is PDB. Okay, so probably not in part one, but in next part two, third or next parts. Okay, I would be explaining the CDB and PDB in detail as well. Okay, but in this video I will tell you how you can install the database in your Windows machine, and after that how you can connect with your PDB, and then how you can stop your database, how you can run the queries in your PDBs. Okay, which is the initial requirement, or you can say the initial basic requirement when you are working with the database which support the CDB and PDB model. So let us see how we can install the database. So first you can download the Oracle database from the edelivery.oracle.com. If you do not have an account, then you can create your temporary account. Okay, and then you log in with that one, and then search for Oracle Database 12c. So this is specifically, I am showing you on 12c 12.2.10 version. Okay, but if you go for 18c and 19c installation as well, which is almost same. Okay, so take this 12.2.010 or maybe 18 or 19c according to your choice. Okay, and then you can add it to cart, and then you can download it from the Oracle websites. Once it is downloaded, this would be the number for software number for your 12.2.0.10 version of Oracle, and then you will see a file setup.exe inside that one. Click on that one, double click on that one, and then if it is Windows, then you will see a welcome window. Okay, and then uncheck the box. I wish to receive security updates via my Oracle support. Okay, and then it will prompt you yet. Do you really want to uncheck this one option? Then click on yes. Next, select the first option, which is create and configure a database. So what we are doing is we are not only installing the database, but we are creating the instance of our database as well, which you can say as a running instance, or you can say about you are going to create a PDB as well along with that one. Okay, and then because we are installing in on Windows, then select the desktop class. Server class is when you are going to install in certain servers in your professional environments. Okay, and then for Windows specifically, choose the first option, which is a use virtual account. And then this is the important screen, right? Because it will ask you for some important parameters related with your database. The first one is your Oracle base, which you can see the initial installation directory, which is the base directory for your Oracle. Okay. And then second is your software location. So inside your base location, what would be the location of your database home? Okay, and in this case the Oracle base is C Oracle 12c, and software location is inside C Oracle 12c product 12.2.0 DB home 1, and then you have to specify the database file location. This is the location where your database will store all the data files. So data file are the main files where your Oracle store all the data. Whenever you create a table, you insert the record in the table. Okay, so whenever you insert the record Okay, all the record gets saved in a physical files, which is called data files. And this is the location where your physical files will get stored. And if this directories get corrupted, then your Oracle will get corrupted. Okay, and then the database, global database name, you have to specify a global name for your database, and then you have to specify a password for your database. This is the password for your system user. And then you have to select the option create a container database. So as I said, now now we are in database, we have a container option. So this is the kind of option where you have a multi-tenant in the same database. So earlier we had a single instance of database in the older versions where you have a single database, but now inside a single database you can have a multiple PDBs. That means you can run the multiple databases inside a single data from the single database. It is the same concept. It's just like the WebLogic. If you know about the application servers and specifically Oracle WebLogic server, then we install the WebLogic server, and then from the single installation, we can create the multiple domains, right? Similarly, you can install your database and Oracle database, and then inside that database, you can create multiple PDBs. Those PDBs can be related to a single client, or this could be related with the multiple clients. Okay, so here I am giving the pluggable database name as demo PDB. Now, second option is that it will show you the progress. What is the progress of your database installation? Okay, so this will show you the progress of your database. Okay, and once it is 100%, okay, then you will see this message that it is done. Your database installation is done, and it will show you a URL, okay, that you can access for some basic operations of your database. So basically, it is an enterprise manager, or you can say the EM tool or centralized tool, which is a graphical tool installed along with the database, which you can use for the centralized management of your database. So if you are not have sufficient knowledge to run the queries, then you can do all the things from maximum things from this EM console or graphical interface as well. So like instead of logging to SQL Plus and then creating your database, creating your usernames, creating PDBs, and then a lot of things that you do on the regular basis, that you can perform from the EM console as well. Okay. Now, how you will verify the services once your database is installed? If you are on Windows Server, then you can go to Windows Services, and there you will see some services related with the Oracle. Okay, and the important services are, the first one is the listener, and second is with your name of the database. So I have given the name of my global database name is demo DB, right? So here you can see the first entry for the listener. So listener is a component in your database which listen for the request. That means whenever any application or any client need a connection from the database, it first connect with the listener. Okay, listener listen the request and then fulfill the request by giving the request back to the database in the backend. So listener should be up and running, and your database should be up and running. So these are the two important services for the database. Okay, and if it is Unix based system, then first you can check the status of your listener, log into your box, go to your box, and then run the command lsnrctl space and then status. So this will give you the status of your listener. As you can see on the screen, okay, you will get the same output in your Unix based operating systems. And the highlighted one, you can see that the first is a command listener CTL status, and then below in the red mark you can see the name of your service. So this is a service name that you will be used to connect to your database. Okay, so this is the same name which I have given in my during the installation as my global database name, right? demopdb.wlsadmin.com. Okay, and my PDB name was demo PDB. Okay, so this is a service name which you will use to connect to your database. Now, how you can check the status of your database? You can log into your database with the help of SQL plus /sysdba, and then you can run the query, select instance underscore name status database underscore status from v $instance. Okay, so this query will give you the status of your database. So in previous slide, we have seen the command to check the listener status in Unix-based systems. And by running this SQL plus sysdba, you will connect with the SQL plus or with the database as an admin user. And then you can run this command and it will show you the status of your database. So demo DB open and active. That means my database is open and it is active. Now, how you log into your database? Specifically, we can, when we say about the PDB. Okay, so as I said, now your database is support the multi-tenant architecture where you can have multiple PDBs. Okay, so that means if you are working on a database, then you have to connect to a specific PDB. So for that one, you have to again go back to your SQL plus sysdba and then run the command show PDBs. So when you will run this command show PDBs, it will list all the PDBs those exist in your database. Most of the time there would be 1, 2, 3, or 4. Okay, but here in the screen, then you can say in my case, I have created one PDB during the creation or installation of my database, which with the name demo PDB. Okay, and it is showing there. So once you will run show PDBs, it will show you the PDB and it will show you the status of PDB as well. So now there you can see the open mode is read write. Okay, that means your PDB is open to read and write. That means you can connect to your PDB, you can create the table, you can insert the record, and you can do anything because your database in read and write mode. Okay, but before going to your PDB, you have to connect to your PDB. So once you will run SQL plus /sysdba, that means you are connected with the centralized DB, your central DB, right, main DB. After that, you are going to work in your PDB, right? So that means you have to connect to your particular PDB that is owned by you. So for that one, show PDBs will show you the name of PDB. Just get the name of PDB from there and then run the command alter session set container equal to PDB name. Okay, so this will alter the current session which is as a DB user, and it will convert it into the your PDB. So now you are inside your PDB. So you can check as well the where you are exactly right now. Show con underscore name, which is show connection name short form. Okay, and it will show you the name of your PDB. Okay, wherever you are. If you are not in your current PDB, maybe you are in the CDB, then it will show you some different status. Okay, so when you are connecting to your database with the help of SQL plus /sysdba or as an DB account, okay, that means you are connected to by default to CDB, which is the main parent database. And once you will run the alter session by giving the set container equal to container name, that means now you are connected to your container, particular container, and now you're good to go to work for your inside your container. Okay. Now how you can shut down and start your PDBs? Okay. So again, you have to connect to your database, say /sysdba, then click on show PDBs. Okay. And to open or close a particular PDB, you have the command that is called alter pluggable database. Okay, so you have to always use this command for to close or open your PDBs. Okay, alter pluggable database, the name of your PDB, and then close to close your database. Right. So alter pluggable database, the name of your PDB. In my case, it is demo PDB, and then close. So this will close your PDBs. Okay, and then you can click on show PDBs. Okay, and then again you wanted to open your database again. Write the same command, alter pluggable database, the name of your PDB, which is demo PDB here, and then open. So this will open your database, and then again you can show PDBs and check the status. So this is the execution of what I was saying. Okay, show PDBs will show you all the PDBs, then run the command alter pluggable database, demo PDB close. This will close your PDB. Okay, in that case, the status of your PDB would be mounted. Okay, it will not be read and write. So it is mounted, that means you are not able to read write to your database. Now to read and write to your database, you have to run the command alter pluggable database and then name of your database or your PDB and then open. So again, you can check the status. Now it will be in the read and write mode. So this is how you can start and stop your PDBs. Okay. And to stop DB and PDB again, you have to shut down about. That means if you are going to shut down your complete DB. So in the previous screen, what we have saw that how we can stop our particular PDB. We are stopping only a particular PDB. Right. So similarly, if you have a multiple tenant, that means you have a multiple PDBs for multiple clients, then they will handle their own PDBs and they will use their own start and stop command to start and stop their own PDBs. Okay, they will not going to stop the database, because if you will stop the database, that means your complete database is going to be down. That means your all the PDBs would not be available in that case. Now this is the scenario, okay, where you may need to shut down your database as well for certain kind of maintenance purpose. Okay, but make sure in that case, if you are going to shut down your database, okay, then all the PDBs will get down. None of the PDBs will be accessible. So for that one, log into your database with the help of SQL plus /sysdba, and then you to run the command shutdown about. Okay, so shutdown about command will shut down your complete database. That means complete database, main database, centralized database, along with all the PDBs. Okay, and which you can check with the help of this particular query, the state of your database, right? And then to start your database, you just again run the command startup. So startup is a command which you have to run at a SQL prompt, okay, to start your database. It will take some time and it will start your database. And again, you can run this particular query to check the status of your database. So this is the execution of the same. You have to connect to your database, run the command shutdown about. It will take some time and then it will say you Oracle instance shutdown. You can check the status, which will show you that Oracle not available. Okay, once you will run the query, because your database is down now. right? Again, you have to click on the startup. Your database will take some time and then it will get start. And then again, when you will check the status of your database, it will show you as open. Okay, so this is not a PDB. This is a centralized DB, the complete page, which you can say as a CDB. Okay, and then it is showing the name of demo DB. And the name of my PDB was demo PDB, right? So this is a centralized DB, which we have stopped and started again. Now, the main important point when you are installing the PDB in Windows, okay, so you have to enable your PDB with some tweak or certain queries or commands that your PDB should be start automatically when your server is Windows server is rebooted or machine is rebooted or laptop is rebooted, okay. But in that case, if you have not enabled that option, then every time you are going to shut down your Windows machine or your laptop, and every time you are starting your laptop or Windows, okay, you are and you are going to connect to your database and specifically to your PDB, then during every shutdown and startup, you have to start your PDB as well. That means make sure you have to connect with your database, okay, and then run the command alter pluggable database, the name of your pluggable database, and then open command. Okay, this is that every time you are going to reboot your Windows machine or every time you are going to reboot your laptop, okay, make sure to open the PDB before you are going to work on particular PDB. So thanks for watching this video, and this is all about the installation of database and some basic concepts of CDB and PDB. And in next lecture, we will cover in detail about all these concepts.